Sleeping. We are live. How are y'all doing? It's the Analytics Den, and I am doing some Detroit Lions film for prospects, and I'll be doing mock draft, talk Lions football, and I'm going to make predictions for this Lions versus Vikings game. So first off, I wanted to relook at the last Lions game. The Lions versus Vikings that last time. Kind of look at the strengths that happened versus the Vikings and the weaknesses. Here we go. So this is just going to be the box score because I unfortunately can't look. So O-line was pretty dang weak. I remember Sewell and Nelson got murdered this game, even led to a sack, which led to a fumble that when Goff missed Hawk. Run game was doing pretty decent this game. St. Brown was doing pretty good. Cephas was doing pretty decent, but he got hurt. Defensively, our pass rush was doing pretty decent with Trey Flowers and Charles Harris. And remember, they got a good amount of pressures, and our run defense is pretty solid. Look at the Vikings in 19. Madison only 113 yards and 25 carries. Is pretty dang solid. But we unfortunately let Justin Jefferson and Adam Thielen kill us. Now, Adam Thielen did his two big catches, which led to the win, but I do think Jerry Jacobs is a lot more refined. I do think our team is a bit better. So here's what needs to fix. We need a more effective run game. Ride the hot hand. So does the hot hand this game. And hopefully better protection and improved play from Jared Goff as well. Now, I will say this. I do think Josh Reynolds is good. And St. Brown is going to be equivalent of Cephas and St. Brown. And I do think the O-line will make it so that way it also has a bit better production. And you have Hawk as well. And I feel like they're also going to try to scheme Trinity Benson after reading an article. And of course, just have better pass and run defense. The Vikings are able to kind of bully the Lions pass-wise, other than, of course, the interception. The team will need to improve. So now, let's go to the injury report for this week. Now, Vikings versus Lions. Gamecast, first off, Vikings are favored to win by 68%. And we're probably heavily disfavored, even though Dalvin Cook is out, Christian Darrisaw is out, and Besides Johnson is out. Eric Kendrick and Anthony Barr listed as questionable. Oh, can't remind him. Lions are losing Trey Flowers, DeAndre Swift, Reese Maven, and Bobby Price. And of course, Austin Seibert is on injured reserve. Those are notable players. Overall, I still think Lions win this game. They did a pretty decent job with Madison last time, and I do think they are a better team than they were then. And I think Campbell's a better play caller than Anthony Lynn. And overall, I'm just not a fan of the Vikings. I feel like they're an in and out team. I feel like they're just as inconsistent as us, but luckier. And we were super close to actually beating Minnesota last time. So I'm going to give the dub to the Detroit Lions on this one. All right, so now there's a player that I'm being told to take some looks at by like 5 different people, and that is Bailey Zappi, quarterback from Western Kentucky University. I feel like a Western Kentucky quarterback. And this is going to just be a bit of a film review, but I was kind of shocked to look at this guy's stats. I mean, I was even kind of look, this guy isn't exactly huge either. He's not like this super athletic quarterback, so I was kind of surprised. Whoop, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay. This is this guy's stat line this season. He has nearly 5,000 yards. He looks like he already achieved it on this game. Not having a good day completion percentage though. He has 5,000 yards, 53 touchdowns, and 9 interceptions. He's like getting insane. And I was thinking, oh, maybe he's getting a whole bunch of attempts. He has 8.6 yards per throw and a 168 rating with a 70% completion percentage. Pretty dang decent. Now, he also transferred in from Houston Baptist University. He had a pretty good last 2 seasons there and transferred over to Western Kentucky. Overall, his career is 125 touchdowns and only 30 interceptions. And looking at the game log, he had a great performance versus Michigan State, 488 yards and 3 passing touchdowns while having 71% completion percentage. And Indiana, same thing. These are bigger schools. And he also had a great game versus UTCA last time. And yeah, he's basically he's had 0 bad games. And apparently he's a decent runner, looking by his touchdown numbers, but nothing to write home about. So I was kind of like, huh, so this is Bailey Zappi. Like, pretty decent guy. Pretty. Size is meh. I believe it's small for a quarterback. I'm looking, and well, and then I found an article on here. So I'm going to note that this is based completely off statistical production for now, and then we're going to look at film together. I want to see if this guy's like legit. Because I was kind of looking, I'm like, what else the numbers does this guy have? So this thing says Western Kentucky quarterback Bailey Zappi is putting up some ridiculous numbers. Apparently, he's putting up Joe Burrow numbers. Close. Now, by the way, I want to say I am all about technique and arm strength. So this guy has decent footwork or good mechanics and a strong arm. This guy's going to be good. So this guy's apparently has Joe Burrow numbers. Oh my gosh, I didn't put them in there. Huh. Yeah, so now it's time to go look at Bailey Zappi film. So this is going to be versus Army. Let's see. This is one of his bigger games, and hopefully I can find his Michigan State game. So this is from MOC Julian. This channel, give it a like. Put this thing is in the description. And there we go. So let's look into this guy. Welcome to the live one viewer. I'll warn you if you're trying to put a comment, my internet's behind, so don't be offended if I missed your comment. All right, so Bailey Zappi. Oh wow, look at that! Look at that stat line versus Army. Oh no, that was versus UT Martin. Oh, I was impressed for a moment there. So this is versus Army. I don't know what stat line is for this. Actually, you know what? Might as well go into this. Figure out what a stat line is. So game by stat, game by game. So he had 435 passing yards, 70% completed, 3 touchdowns, so 1 reception plus a rushing touchdown, so 4 total touchdowns. Okay, nothing crazy there. Kind of a wacky throw, but good footwork. Really, really quick throws. Oh, wow. That was a fast pass. Kind of overthrown, but that had some zip to it. Kind of a bit of behind him. Oh, nice floater. That was a perfect pass. I will note this is Army, and even my uncultured college swine knows that This is not a good college team, so I will note that. Nice throw there. Oh, this is a highlights. Oh my gosh. I was thinking, wow, this guy just never has an incompletion. Oh, well, we might as well watch the highlights from this game. Why not? And this will be the last throw. And oh man, this guy has some mobility to him. How's this a clear walk in? Let's see. Yo, oh, this guy already has a studying video of Bailey Zappi versus Michigan State. Here, I'll link this guy's thing in the description. You guys go watch this game versus Michigan State. I'll give it a watch and get my own notes on it into my Discord, which I'll also put into the description. So, guess next one is UT Martin, even though it's like a small school. Might as well see what his mechanics are. Back set, not very loving that. Oh, nice throw. I like that form. So this is, oh, by the way, this is Jackson Mox. So, description. So did he just get picked off? I think he did. Or was that like a pass defense? Oh yeah, he just got picked off. Not good. How did he get picked off there? Hold up. Heat. Yeah, it's just throwing the coverage. That was just him trying to risk something he didn't need to risk. I like this kid so far. It's just I totally understand why he's a mid-round QB. He does not face competition. He doesn't have like super athletic traits. Then good arm. I think he has good footwork. I think overall he has some pretty good mechanic stuff that can be worked out. I think sometimes his footwork can be a bit slow. I think his I think his throwing motion's fantastic. Jeez, he really can sling it. Kind of like a Baker, 6'1". Not saying he's Baker Mayfield at all, but like small guy with a strong arm. Let's see. I'll try to find another Billy Zappi. Zappi? Zappi? I don't know how to pronounce it. Filming this guy. Oh, he airs it out. Perfect on stride throw. Wow, that was a long. How many yards is that? So it's about the 23. Gets it to about the opposing 45. That's it's about a 6-yard throw, isn't it? A huge throw. A really good quarterback. What's up, Troy? How you doing, man? I'm doing a film review on a friend of mine who suggested I look into Bailey Zappi, and then I'm gonna do, of course, the mock drafts. I actually already gave in my own opinion of the Lions versus Vikings game, my own little thoughts on it, and I kind of showed this guy's stats already. I'll show you after I'm done with this little film review of it, and then I'll do but my own free agency simulator plus mock draft. So this is definitely a quarterback with intangibles. He makes some really nice throws overall. He doesn't seem to make too many mistakes, but he definitely does make mistakes. Definitely, I think a developmental guy that you you could take a risk on in like the third or fourth round. Vikings are going to kick our butt, man. We have no scoring because we have no weapons. I think I can agree with that. But I also think we have Josh Reynolds, who at least had the big throw there, so hopefully that's another touchdown. Jamal Williams is a decent RB, and I'm a big fan of Jamar Jefferson and TJ Hawkinson. And I don't know. I don't think our only weapon was DeAndre Swift, like people make him out to be. And don't forget, Khalif Raymond's good for one play a game, so we'll see what happens there. And I think our defense is fine. Who knows? Maybe we get our first defensive touchdown. All right, I'm done looking at Bailey Zappi. I'll have to watch some more film on him if I can find more film. I have to watch this video. I'll watch his highlight reel. Yeah, just a bunch of things are just out there. Yeah, I agree. Oh, you're talking about those kind of. Yeah, yeah, I agree. We don't have any of those. Um, I'm gonna be honest with you. I do not see Garrett Wilson or Chris Olave being available currently. I do think the Rams may be bad enough at the rest of the season to stay at that bad spot. We'll see what happens with the Rams. This could be an end of season collapse, kind of like Pittsburgh had, where they lost the rest of their games. So it's definitely going to be interesting to watch. Free agency simulator. Over the cap. Actually, yeah, she's over cap. I don't know the rest of them. But yeah, definitely need to do that. Yeah, I don't think we'll get a Lave. Maybe Garrett Wilson. We'll see. I don't know if Garrett Wilson's just a product of good bullet coaching. Okay, so I also wouldn't mind if Traylon Burks fell. I'm hoping that, like, Chris Olave and Garrett Wilson get picked first, but somehow Traylon Burks falls to us. That would be cool. Even though he's my receiver one in this draft, but would be fun. All right, so here's my free agency. This is just like my ideal thing. So first off, let's go resign Tracy Walker. I think he'll be more on the 8-15 mil range. Go resign him for 3 years, and we'll give him 45% guaranteed. I don't know the numbers. And I got rejected. Okay, 8 190 3 years, and we'll give him 50% guaranteed. Dope. Anyone else I'd resign? I'd be willing to resign Alex A for $3 million at most. 1 year deal. He's a good coverage linebacker. Might as well try to bring him back. Well, I'm not bringing him back for any more than that. The guy is nothing else resourceful. Free agency linebacker for sure. Problem is we have to overpay everyone here because we suck. Yeah, well, the problem is with the whole overpay thing is that's technically not exactly 100% true. I mean, let's take a look at Alex A, who you actually just mentioned, the guy who's actually like a decent player. We got cheap. We were able to bring in Trey. We were able to bring in Jamal Williams for cheap. We were able to re-sign Decker and Ragnar for pretty decent deals. We were able to re-sign Romeo for a decent deal. And the only reason we have this kind of mind in there is because Bob Quinn overpaid for stupid players. Trey Flowers and Big V and Jesse James. That was just Bob Quinn. I don't believe that's necessarily because the Lions suck. It's just Bob Quinn's a terrible manager. All right, so first off, I want to bring in competition for Goff. Actually, you know what? I'm liking when I see that Bailey's happy. I wouldn't mind bringing him in. Let's see. Williams. Not a single edge I don't like. Like a Kaiser, Kenny Young, Kaiser White. None of these guys are looking honestly that much better than Alex A. To me. Walker's a decent run stuffer. Andre Campbell, Jaron Brown's just essentially Alex A. Jaron. I know he's a pretty decent player though. Good coverage linebacker. Is he? He's slightly better than Alex A. He's been a pass rusher before. I'll resign. I'll try to bring in Jaron Brown. But yeah, for Alex has been a great coverage linebacker, but he hasn't really been anywhere else. I think he's a good, decent player. I think he's a great rotational linebacker. Which actually, I'm willing to bring back Alex A for. Honestly. I'm not really that willing to overpay to get Jaron Brown. Or Devondre Campbell. I don't really like this free agents class. So we'll give him 340. That's an honor of his number, I guess. And 35. Receiver, let's start bringing a big time receiver. Josh Reynolds. I actually would love to resign Josh Reynolds, actually. I think competition's good, so let's try to bring back Josh Reynolds for $6 million. Bring back on a 1 year, 45% deal. And then, of course, we'll try to bring in Gallup. Devontae. I do not think Devontae would ever come here, by the way. I think he's too high in the market. I doubt it's going to destroy it. Let's see. Mike Williams, presumably the Chargers one. He's a free agent. We'll do Mike Williams. Let's go bring Mike Williams in. So, I think he's a $9 million receiver. That 3 years, and we'll do 55% guaranteed. Yeah. Yeah, pack up the ranks. Yeah, I totally would think about bringing in Devontae if he actually would realistically come, but I don't think that. Well, I was talking with Rams House on this. He's definitely around. I don't think he would be a 15 mil because he hasn't exactly been an explosive game breaking player every time. He's definitely more of a receiver too, who could be a decent receiver one. He's more of a Marvin Jones, if I'm perfectly honest with you. He's only had one season of 1,000 yards, and he barely even made 1,000 yards. He's more of a Marvin Jones guy, so he's more around that 9 to 10 mil to 11 at most. Then of course I want to try to bring in a vet to compete with Jeff Okuda for that number one cornerback spot, or if I bring in a corner. Let's bring in Casey Hayward. I feel like he's going to be fairly cheap. 4687 random number 1 year 55%. And receiver. Oh yeah, I was gonna bring back Josh Reynolds. I want to bring in a guy who's bring back a guy who's familiarity with Goff. Do I just not have money? Is that the reason it's not working to bring back Reynolds? It's either that or Josh Reynolds just even knows. He's like, nah, I'm not coming back to Detroit, bro. Yeah, I guess he ain't coming back. Any running backs? Nah, actually, I got some running backs in the back of my head. Quarterbacks that compete with Goff. Yeah, no. I'm not gonna bring another safety. Maybe a guard. Yeah. So we got Mike Williams. We got Casey Hayward. Reynolds in the end zone denied us. Okay. Let's try to get those two back. For the reason. Alright, we'll try 6.8 mil instead of the 111 there. And one there. We'll do 55% this time there. And then Alex A. I legitimately believe he's better than most of these guys, honestly. Other than maybe Anthony Walker, Campbell, and Jim Brown. Let's bring him in for 4. I'm willing to bring him in for 4 mil. Bring back on a good deal. I guess he does deserve somewhat of a pay raise. And let's see, do we get those guys back? Wow, Alex Anzalone is not worth 5 mil. I do not like Alex Anzalone for 5 mil. I wonder if he just wants guaranteed money. I'm going to give Josh Reynolds. Let's get those out of here. Oh my. Close. Close, please. Close. Oh my. I never want to see those. No. Okay. Okay. Hold on. I'm going to stop sharing and try to remove these ads that I just noticed. I apparently cannot block it. I'm just going to make my little offers here and try to bring back Reynolds. Alex A. There's no way this man's more than this, honestly. Shouldn't be back for this much of a deal, but. Oh, yeah, 100%. So we got Alex A back. I'm not going to bring Josh Reynolds back. He's asking for too much. Another good vet running back. Receiver would be. Would Cedric Wilson be willing to come here? Cordell Patterson's getting a big paycheck. There's no way he's not coming here. Cedric. We'll go Cedric. I'll try to bring him in on a $4 million deal. From his whole OC number. Okay. I got myself the free agency I was desiring. And here, I'll show it to you. Now, I want to note the cap may not be accurate, but oh well. I'm not a genius when it comes down to this. So we re-signed Tracy Walker, got back Alex Anzalone, signed Cedric Wilson, Mike Williams to be in here. Cedric's going to be competing for a job, though. Mike is a gunner. I'm not a gunner, but secured like 1 or 2. He's going to be competing for that number 1 with the rookie we draft. Casey's going to compete for the number 1 corner spot. Alex Anzalone will be in there. Yeah, we got Cedric in there. So that's our free agency. Now I move on to our mock draft simulator. Now this is just going to be a scenario of not trading our first overall pick. I'm going to go Aiden. I think Aiden's better. And then top options remaining. N'Kobe Dean. Tempting to get N'Kobe Dean. But I'd rather do... Let's see. What's our offers here? What's our offers? I'll take this deal. We'll go there. We'll go there. Bam. Let's see who's our top options after this. Jalen Catalon. Game of Walker's tempting. Yeah, in fact, I think I'll go Keenan Walker. Linebackers, I'm gonna go Chad Mama. Let's see, Jalen Catalon, Walker. Justin Ross is honestly tempting to grab, but I think you got enough receivers. You got Cephas, Mike Williams, Jameson Williams. You got Cephas, Cedric Wilson. That's a much improved receiver core. You don't really focus too much more on anything. Right there. Walker. Roger McCary. I think I'm going to go corner here with Roger McCary. I've just based that scouting report. Or can I try to get a 4th rounder out of this? I'm going to move back a bit. I'm going to go... I don't know enough about that guy. I'm going to go Isaiah Palomalo. And then I'm going to go... Garrett Williams is tempting. I've watched a little bit of film on him. I think I will go... I think I'll add a Ben Brown. He's an experienced guard. Might as well. And then time to bring in... I do not believe Ritter will be available. I'm going to bring in Bailey Zappi. And then... Yeah, that's my draft. It's hard for me to try to hope. I think the draft will be fine. I think you got to believe in Holmes, and you got to realize that this was the year to not have expectations. That's why I said early in the year, don't have expectations for this team. And you just got to hope that there's growth and development. I want you to think about this, Troy. Look how good our head coach is doing at developing talent. Jerry Jacobs, an undrafted free agent. So, let me pull him up real quick. This is just an undrafted free agent. This isn't even like our first round draft pick. Do that. Do this. Come on. Yeah. So this is our CB number 2. A UDFA. UDFA. I don't know why it's so weird. Adds 7 passes defense, a forced fumble, and a tackle for loss. About average run defender. With a 51% completion percentage, an 83 rating, and 1 touchdown. And that touchdown was a heck of a touchdown by Van Jefferson. His entire coverage numbers are good. If he can improve his run stuffing, this is a good player. Then we'll go to Penei Sewell. Penei Sewell's been a dominant right tackle. If we go to Twitter, we go to Penei Sewell. Penei has, I believe, only 5 pressures allowed since moving the right tackle. Penei does this kind of moves, man. He's a great player. I mean, he's 90. He's 6th in pass block win rate right now. That's a good player. This guy hasn't played in football in forever. Levi's really being the only disappointing player in our draft class. St. Brown has at least been solid. I mean, in a way, he's been disappointing because we kind of thought he was going to be a steal, but overall, he's producing about like a 4th-round receiver. Barnes has been pretty pleasant, but not doing anything crazy. Fitu's a to be determined player. I like when I saw him in the Packers game. Lee McNeil has been a stud at the nose tackle position. And I think Jamar Jefferson has even shown some stuff. All of our draft picks have done something. What up, One Pride? Welcome to the live, man. Like, I really do like our future. And if we can pair it up with, like, per se draft like this one was a bit more of a mess because I didn't really know what my plan was on this one. This was kind of me trying to see around. Let's look at this. Okay. Aiden Hutchinson, top tier pass rusher. Jamal Williams, top tier receiver. So you already added 2 things: edge receiver, running back. Chad Muma, the linebacker, who's great in coverage, and I think a good run stuffer. Isaiah Pulamo, and great strong safety with a great athletic profile and pretty decent production. Ben Brown, good guard. We need to improve our line. Billy Zappi, a potential quarterback of the future if Gotham's recapture Magic, and if they both suck, we got the number 1 overall pick or a top 5 pick for sure. And free agency, you add Tracy Walker, Mike Williams, Casey Hayward, Alex Angelo, and Cedric Wilson. That's a pretty promising offseason, right? Right? That's a good second season where we can get like 7-ish wins, maybe. And that's good promise. Good promise. And I like that out of the team. Now, if we have all kinds of things that we can do. I mean, now I'm going to do one where it's not going to be any trades, because that's just such a mess trying to make a mock draft with trades, I realized. And I forgot my thing does that. Great. If you go to PFN, let's just do the first 5 rounds in general. Actually, I'm willing to do 6. There's a couple of players I found in the 6th round that I like. Bam, bam. We'll go Aiden. Okay. Top guys. Ahmed Gardner. That's a really tempting pick, honestly, actually. In fact, I'm going to go Ahmed Gardner. We got Ahmed Gardner, good corner. Okay, Jamal Williams. Okay. Linebacker, Chad Muma. Safety, of course, Isaiah Pulamo is always around. And then we got our good old pal over here in the deep end. We got quarterbacks, we got receivers. Ooh, rainbow. We got players like that. We got Kobe Bryant in the town. We got that. 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 Look at all these. Look at all these tempting players. Got these guys around. I'm perfectly honest with you. I'm gonna go. I actually don't know about who's a Mare. Mary Barno. Be productive. And 6.6 2.35. Nah, average. And I think I'll go. I think I'll go grab a backup tight end. We go get Grant Calistro. We need that good old backup tight end. Go grab D'Angelo Malone, and we'll try to go grab JT Woods or Bubba Bolden. And we go grab Bubba Bolden. Boom. So we end up grabbing Aiden with edge, a corner, a receiver, a linebacker, a strong safety, backup tight end, another edge for depth, and we got ourselves another safety. That's plus for agency. You want to make a mock? Okay. And then after that, Troy, if you're still there, you can do a mock, but then I am gonna head off. So since we'll just do the first three because that's what you guys told me. You guys are only aware of. Okay, so no trades, by the way. That's what you're gonna do. So who do you want one pride? I'm probably gonna be one of these two. Glad you like the Aiden pick. I actually had a really good draft the other day. Awesome, man. All right. We'll take Hutch. See if I can pull it up on a Google. And then here are your top options, and you can tell me who you'd want in the new background. Okay, so these are top options. Drake Jackson, London, Sam Howell. How much Gardner is available? Is that a permanent thing now? That makes me actually really happy. Brandon Joseph, Kingsley Edmare, Mike Smith. Check safety. Brandon Joseph, Jaquan Brisker, Lewis Sign. Yeah, Troy. Hutch is a beast, man. And the thing is, that wasn't Hutch's first game of going crazy. He had 3 sacks and 10 pressures versus Penn State as well. The guy is a stud. He doesn't have the pass rush moves that Karlaftis does, but he has more power than Karlaftis. And I'll take a guy who has production over production and has a solid amount of pass rush move, but good power and good size over Kayvon, who just has good athletics and okay production. All right, one pride. Your next selection, you have selected Aiden, and then you have selected Lewis Sign. I also think Lewis Sign will be a first rounder after the combine. I'm really high on Lewis Sign. 100%, man. And the man has also shown a steady growth. I mean, every year Aiden has done statistically better. And the thing is, this guy isn't just being single teamed, this guy's being double teamed. And it's opened up the other spot for David Ojabo. I mean, this guy went from 4.5 sacks to 12 sacks, but he was already a great run stuffer at 68 tackles. And yeah, of course, in my film, I've also seen this guy just move tackles and run in and all that, so he gets numbers. Oh, that's a good roast one, Pride. I don't know. I know there's going to be Michigan versus Michigan State Wolverines. He actually had a pretty dang good game against Michigan State, my guy. He had 3 tackles and 1 sack. I can assume probably 5 pressures. So he probably was decent, but not 3 sacks. Which by the way, if that's considered a down game for you, only having 3 tackles and a sack, you know you're a good player. This man had 2.5 sacks versus Washington. He had 3 versus Penn State and 3 versus OSU. That's insane. Looking at corner. Okay, we're looking at corner. Trent McDuffie is available. Darian Kendrick is available. I'm gonna have to look at this guy. I really like his scouting report. Kyler Gordon is a really good player too. And I'll show you guys like my best like ideal mock draft I got the other day when I was just extremely lucky. Like my dream draft for the Lions, honestly. McDuffie it is. I actually love that guy's name, dude. Trent McDuffie. That's like my favorite player in the draft. Name alone. Name your position. My guy. Ooh, Romeo Dubs is Doubs. Oops, I don't know. He's still available. Edward Ingram's still available too. That's nice. Oh yeah, and I guess I'll also give you guys my stat predictions for the game. Nah, let's not act like Swift was everything in our offense. That man got shut down in every game but Cleveland. And we still couldn't score past 17. Receiver, that's your next pick. Romeo, that's probably your best option, man. I'm assuming Romeo. Jahan Doxson, Justin Ross. Why can't you stay healthy? This is a steal if he stays healthy, by the way. John Mechie, Zay Flowers. Who's your guy? He is intriguing. Good guard. But let's be honest. Swift is a good player, but he's not our entire offense alone. Bro, what Swift? Okay. The fact that people say DeAndre Swift is balling out every game isn't true. At least as a runner. He just reached 4 yards a carry. And it's week 13. He had 2 games of 4 yards a carry. He had 3.2 yards a carry before Pittsburgh, 3.4 after Pittsburgh. His entire run average is carried by the 9.7 versus Cleveland. He's a great receiver, but he's not a good running back. Not a running back, good runner. He's just an elite version so far. At least his statistic production was just an elite theoretic. Dubs. Alright, you'll take Dubs. I mean, it might have just been because they weren't using him correctly, but so far his production was nothing insane other than Cleveland. And Dubs it is. And who we go to? If Walker falls in the third, I'll take him. Walker. Is he here? Nope, Walker did not fall. Your top option are John Mechie, Darian Kennard. No, we're not taking back up. Will Levis, Zonovan Knight, like this guy a lot. Brent Kuthi, Tyler Leger, Desmond Ritter, Bernhard Raman, Zay Flowers, Grayson McCall, Henry Tolo. I like this guy in scouting report. Sam Hardman and Eric. I actually need to do a film review on this guy. I've heard a lot of good things about him. Sure, yeah, he's a top receiving back in the league this year. It doesn't mean he's a good running back. The reason he's also been a top receiving back in the league is he's being force fed the ball. I mean, Goff is being Mr. Checkdown. He better have receiving yards if he has, 70 targets a throw. He better have 429 yards. I mean, I just don't like the sample size. He hasn't done good as a runner. He's ranked 29th and boxed up in the run, so it's not like we're just purely boxing up the run. I don't like Zonovan Knight, Tyler Leger, very productive backs. Don't know anything about the rest of these backs. Other than this guy had a really good game one time. And what was the other spot you wanted me to look at? Linebacker. These guys. This guy's pretty good. High upside, but raw. Basically just better version of Alex Anzalone, honestly. Small, but high motor. And yes, Mechie is still available right here. Like, I don't know. DeAndre Swift is literally like bottom feeder and advanced rushing, dude. Advanced rushing. Yards after contact. Let's see, where is Swift at? DeAndre Swift is 45th out of 51 players in yards after per average yards after contact. In yards after contact, Swift is ranked out of, where's he at? 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 Swift is 30th and yards after contact. He only has 198. Yeah. All right, you're taking Mitchie? You're getting arrested for that steal. Rip. Check yards after yards after catch. Yards after catch? I mean, is that a thing for receive? Can I look up advanced receiving far? Yes it is. There we go. I found it. Okay, advanced receiving yards after the catch. Boom. What do I think? A plus. I'll give you a B because signing is kind of a second rounder on this. He sometimes falls to the third, but I do think he's a first round talent. McDuffie, I'll give you an A. Romeo Doubs, A plus. It's a steal. John Mitchie, I'm going to give you a B plus because I kind of feel like these are similar players in terms of separation, but I still really love John Mitchie. That's a steal. I'm going off the no free agency. That's fantastic, man. Good draft. B plus. Rams, ain't it? So you're just looking at pure yards after contact. So DeAndre Swift is 469 yards, which is ranked third in the league for yards after the catch, right behind Deebo Samuel and Cooper Kupp. But DeAndre Swift is also negative 7 yards a reception in yards before the catch reception, and he's negative 40 yards but airs passes before him. He's just being force-fed the ball. He's definitely a good yak receiver, but being a good yak receiver doesn't mean much to me if you're being targeted heavily. And I still want my running back to be able to run. Yeah. Yeah, it's a really good draft. It's a route if he lasts that long. I mean, Swift is a good player. I'm not saying he's a bad player. He's an explosive running back with good head catching ability, but it's not like he's insane or this almighty weapon. I don't know, man. It definitely hurts. Like, he's a good player, but he's not like this elite running back or great running back for that matter. And being a good pass catching back doesn't mean much to me. Because if that's the case, we should just go bring back Theoretic. But time to give up my stat predictions for the Lions versus Vikings game. And I'll give you guys my thoughts. I think this is going to be the first game we get 21 points since week 1. I just don't like the Vikings defense, especially with Patrick Peterson being rated as out. And I have a lot of faith in Dan Campbell as a play caller, and I don't know why. I just got a good feeling about this game. I don't know. I just think Lions have a chance to win. I really do. I think it's going to be a good game for sure. I think probably your player of the game is probably going to be. I think it's going to be a big game for Jamar Jefferson or Josh Reynolds. So, by the way, One Pride and Troy, I also wanted to make an announcement. I have started a Discord, and I'll send you guys a link in the description to the Discord. completely public, and it's just gonna be where I chat a lot. This is where I actually am actually able to, well, discuss with people when I'm not able to stream. So let's see. There's a line there. Stream. Actually, you know what? I could just do this. Do that. Should just let you guys into the Discord. There's always a chance every given Sunday, Luke. Not Luke. I don't know why I called you Luke Troy. I mean, we just saw we seen the Jets beat the Titans and the Jets beat Browns. Well, you also got to remember, man, they don't have Dalvin Cook, nor do they have. It's the same offense that we held them to 21 points last time, and I argue our team's better. Yeah, it's the exact same situation, except they even lost their good tackle in Christian Darrisaw, and their defense is heavily downgraded. We could definitely keep up. So here's the Discord link. It's in the description now. If it doesn't work for you, I'll try to change it. Here's the second one that doesn't work. And there you guys go. So my question is, are we scoring more than 30 points on them? Most likely not. I think it's 21-17. Or it's going to be 24-21. One of those two scores. Remember when I said if we don't run the ball, we lose against the Bears? I was right. Actually, that game, our passing efficiency was better than our running efficiency. Both our scoring drives came when we only ran the ball once. The only thing that killed us versus the Bears was holding penalties. Holding penalties and false starts. Those purely penalties that lost the game. I did not. When I was looking at that game, I was not thinking that. I was not thinking that penalty discipline was going to be the thing that are up there. Right before he says they aren't the Chiefs. Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. They can be a high scoring offense. They definitely have the ability to be so, but let's not act like they're always consistent. And our defense has honestly been kind of like impressive lately. I don't know what happened, but they just decided to start being pretty decent the last couple of weeks against some pretty decent offenses. If we look here, Lions last 5 games, we held LA to 28. Really killed us out of nowhere for no reason. Cleveland was held to 13. Bears were held to 16. Killed Lamar and the Ravens to 19. It's not a terrible defense. I don't think that they're scoring 30, man. I don't think the Vikings are just going to absolutely murder us without Dalvin Cook. If Dalvin Cook was there, I would agree. But their offense is pretty dang reliant on scoring a lot of points when Dalvin Cook is there. And Alexander, as much as I bleed blue as a Boise State guy, I believe the Rams are in trouble. They are 100% in trouble, man. We might be getting a top 15 pick. And Rams House is not even confident that they're going to beat the Jags. It's hilarious. I feel bad for them. Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen, Tyler Conklin, and Madison might be better than Cook if you really follow them. Well, of course, many players are better than one, but their offense is also heavily reliant on them. I mean, literally the exact same situation was 19. They only scored 19 of the exact same situation versus last week. And then the next week, they only scored 14 versus the Browns. We scored more points versus the Browns with an injured with Tim Boyle. I mean, they're definitely a good offense, but they're lacking the players. Our defense has been pretty good all year, 100%. Really have it. All right, so I gotta go, guys. It was a lot of fun. I've kind of reached that hour mark. I'm very excited to see what happens Sunday, And if you guys want to talk to me more, I'll be in the Discord. And that's where you guys will probably be able to talk to me. And I guess thanks for coming on the show. And love you guys. You guys are the den. Madison's as good as Cook. Check his stats. What? Alexander Madison has 3.6 yards per carry. Dalvin Cook has 4.4 yards per carry. Advanced rushing, maybe that's what you're meaning. Well, I'm gonna try and defend you here, buddy. I don't know about that one, but let's see. Yards after contact. Dalvin Cook is 5th in the nation. This is like average. This is actual pure yards. No, I need yards after attempt because I'm too limited. Dalvin Cook is ranked 15th in the nation. Alexander Madison is ranked 23rd in the nation. 2.0 versus. Oh, I lost him. Alexander Madison 13. Cook is 15. Yeah, sorry, no. Yeah. Yeah, there's always a chance. But I prefer to be optimistic, man. You gotta be optimistic when you're in such a hard franchise to be in. Alright, I love you guys. You guys are the den. Remember that. I'm the analytic. You guys are the den. See ya.